Okay, so good evening, everybody. Welcome. Today we are gathered here, being a Sunday, to talk about matters health, to look at how we can live a longer, healthier life. For people who don't know me, my name is Fred Gishuki. Fred is an entrepreneur in the wellness space. I got involved in New Life a while back. I was introduced to this business by a pastor from South Africa who told me, Fred, there's something you can do part-time, which can give you an extra income. So I came in to make some extra money. But when I came in, I found there was issues to do with wellness, how to live a longer, healthier life. And that excited me a lot. So I decided to really focus in and see how is it that we can be able to empower people in terms of better health and longer life, and more energy, more vitality. And today we are here talking about matters respiratory health. And we have a very exciting session for you today. And as I start this opportunity to wish all happy Mother's Day. We recognize a special message just for the mothers in the house that will be aired live, and I'm looking forward to that. We also have a special guest speaker who is talking to us today, and she'll be coming in and just sharing her part of the story and her journey as far as the wellness is concerned. So let's look at matters respiratory health. How can we live a longer, healthier life, and really take care of our respiratory system so that we can actually enjoy a good quality of life. And start off by just defining what lung disease is and what are some of the common types of diseases that affect our lungs and our respiratory system. And that statement on the screen is quite telling. Most people take effortlessly breathing for granted. When your lungs are healthy, they expand easily into your chest cavity. As you inhale, taking in oxygen delivered to the body. This is an act that is supposed to be automatic, but it's not always so automatic for many people with lung issues. And we are going to see how that this respiratory system. One of the main conditions for the respiratory system is asthma. And asthma is a condition in which once airways constrict, they swell and produce mucus, which results in less air moving from the outside world into the lungs. This can lead to a decrease in oxygen exchange, and you find that carbon dioxide is not being released as fast as possible after you inhale. As such, breathing and thereby adequate oxygenation is compromised. I must say that I've had a first-hand experience with this particular disease because when I got married to my wife, she was suffering from asthma, and I've seen it firsthand what it can do. It's a very, very serious disease, and if not well managed, can cause death. Because when you're not able to breathe, you're not able to get in oxygen. If you don't take quick corrective action, then you might end up actually passing away. And we'll be talking a little bit more about that. What are some of the causes of asthma? What can trigger an attack? Yeah. Asthma can occur because of genetic factors, because of environmental factors. There are several things that can actually trigger it. And on the screen, we have several things. And these are screens that one should be able to screenshot. It educates people very well on what causes asthma. Strong smells being number one, dust, change in weather. When it gets cold, then asthmatic attacks become more. Dust mites, mold, especially mold. Mold causes a lot of asthma. And many people that I've encountered who are suffering from asthma lived their lives, especially led them to developing asthma, and pneumonia and other respiratory problems. So mold is a dangerous thing where asthma is concerned. Animals, pests, foods and medicines can actually trigger that. Plants and pollen, that one can actually trigger an attack very easily. And tobacco smoke. And other things like even a carpet that has a smell will actually trigger an asthma attack, that damp smell. And one thing that I came to learn in neolife is that any kind of smell is actually a bacteria that is in the air and that can cause it. So you need to be aware about smells and what kind of distraction they can do. So here we have several diseases that are here. This is why your lung is infected by a bacteria or virus. People with chronic respiratory conditions such as COPD are more vulnerable to developing pneumonia. Tuberculosis is another one. It's also a bacterial infection that affects the lungs and other parts of the body. It can be inactive or latent for many years. I remember being diagnosed. At one point, I used to get very serious bronchitis. And it happened after a few months, And when they went in and did an X-ray, they found that I had some inactive TB, which was lying in my lungs. There was a cloud on my lungs. And I had to go in for a long regimen of treatment of TB. So TB can actually hide in your body for quite some time. And its immunity goes down, strikes you. So it was opportunistic. Happened 19. We went through it 2019, 2020. And I know many of us are familiar with COVID-19. It's an acute respiratory illness in humans, but that is caused by the coronavirus. It's capable of producing severe symptoms and in some cases death, especially in older people and those with underlying health conditions. Was originally identified in China 2019 and became a pandemic in 2020. Then we have the common flu, which is also a disease that affects the respiratory system. We have bronchitis, which causes abnormal widening of the airways, making it difficult to read the lower airways of mucus and phlegm, which raises the risk of infection. Cystic fibrosis, this is a genetic condition that causes mucus in organs, including the lungs, to become thick and sticky. Respiratory complications include infections, inflammation, and respiratory failure. Lung cancer affects the lungs in multiple ways. Tumors may block the airways, or fluid can collect around either the lung, making expansion difficult. Lung cancer can also cause inflammation in the respiratory system. So these are some of the diseases respiratory system. And what are the causes of? I mentioned a few of them, but we'll get a little bit deeper into them. Number one, smoking. Smoking is a leading cause of lung cancer and COPD, and it can worsen asthma and trigger attacks. Secondhand smoke increases asthma attacks and upper respiratory infections in children and adults alike. So secondary smoke, when you stay next to somebody who is smoking, you are also vulnerable. If you stay in a place where there's a lot of environmental pollution, that can also trigger attacks. And that's the next point right there. Air pollution and environment triggers like pollen contribute to asthma risk and flares. Autoimmune conditions can also contribute. Certain autoimmune conditions like rheumatoid arthritis, scleroderma can lead to pulmonary fibrosis. Scleroderma involves hardening of the skin and connective tissue. Rheumatoid arthritis affects the joints and sometimes other parts of the body. So that autoimmune conditions can also contribute to respiratory problems. Genetic issues like carcinogens in their diet. These are some of the contributory factors or causes of asthma. You realize that with asthma, the environment does play a very huge role. And like I said earlier, if you live in a house that gets extremely cold and develops mold, especially during the cold season, then it means that your children growing up in that environment actually run the risk of developing respiratory problems, which might lead to things like asthma and the like. So if you're living in a house, I remember a friend of mine who kept on developing attacks of pneumonia. He would have a cold, he would have this, he would have the other. And at one point, the doctor asked him, okay, there must be a trigger for this. And they had a conversation, and it turned out that he was living in a house that had a lot of mold in it. And he was asked to, and it was also used to get very cold at night. And it was always damp. And he was asked to shift from that house, and we put him on supplements, and he was able to recover his health. So the environment you're living in is very, very important, and you need to check it out and take corrective action as soon and as fast as possible, because otherwise it becomes, you might make your children get respiratory problems like asthma and the like. Now, symptoms of asthma and other respiratory conditions involve shortness of breath with activity, mucus, unproductive cough, chest tightening, hoarseness, recurring respiratory infections, fatigue, running nose, body ache. These are some of the symptoms that indicate that somebody may be undergoing a respiratory problem or disease. Okay. Now, we need to take care of our lungs. That is definite. We need to take care of our lungs. How do we do that? Improve the indoor air. Make sure that your house has enough ventilation. Breathe in properly. Take deep breaths. Stay hydrated, very important. Eat the right kind of food. There are some foods that will clog up your system with mucus, and most junk food actually does clog up the system with mucus. And as a result, you're predisposed to getting an attack after eating junk food. Don't smoke and avoid secondary smoking. Secondary smoke, very, very important. So if you happen to smoke, then do it privately, because by doing it, exposing your family to getting asthmatic attacks and other respiratory problems. So you'd rather do it out there and not in the house where you have children and your wife and everybody else. Or alternatively, quit smoking. Just kick it out. I know it's easier said than done, but that will be a good way to actually deal with that situation. Moving on there, let's look at diet and see what role does diet play as far as respiratory health is concerned, and how can we use our diet to manage and protect ourselves from developing respiratory problems. And we have the Neolife Food, Neolife Healthy Lifestyle Pyramid. And this is a pyramid that we adopted from WHO. And it's a pyramid that indicates how we should be eating. And it says that down here, we should have a lot of physical activity and weight management. Then we should eat whole grains. We should eat a lot of fruits and vegetables, little protein, and very extremely little fat and sugars. In fact, they say that a teaspoon of sugar and a teaspoon of fat per day is sufficient for you because the rest of the foods also have fats in them. And as far as added sugar or added fat, you only need a teaspoon of each. But is this the way we eat? The answer is no. We have successfully inverted the pyramid upside down. We eat too much fat and too much sugar. And these two are notorious in causing attacks, especially where asthma is concerned and other respiratory challenges. Now, most kids develop flus and colds, throat infections, temperature, and all that. And one of the key reasons for that is sweets, which have food. And many a times, even when they brush their teeth, they don't do a good job of it. So they end up sleeping with that sugar in their throat region. And it provides a very good environment for bacteria to reproduce. And when the kid wakes up, they have a sore throat. And before you know it, they have a temperature. And you rush them to hospital. They're given medicine. They start taking medicine, antibiotics, and all these things. They come home, they rest for a day or two, they recover. And then again, we give them ice cream, we give them sweets, we give them junk food, and again, they fall sick. So you keep having that cycle happening, and you keep rushing the kid to hospital, and you're really cussing. You say, this hospital is not good enough. This kid keeps falling sick and all that. But you're not seeing that the food that you're giving that child is actually triggering the respiratory problems that the child is getting. And things like tonsillitis start developing, especially because of the sugar and the junk food that the child is taking. So the diet that you take plays a huge role where respiratory problems are concerned. Then proteins. When you eat junk food, as is concerned, when you eat broiler chicken and you eat a lot of red meat on a daily basis, red meat has a lot of antibiotics, especially the Kenyan version of it. And that definitely interferes with your body. It has a lot of uric acid, and it has a lot of cholesterol. And that also contributes to a situation whereby you start developing mucus in your body. And that mucus then causes an attack. Fruits and vegetables, we are not eating enough of that. Whole grains we don't eat unless we cannot avoid. Maybe you've gone to up country and everybody is eating and you're forced to eat. And even then you just eat 2 spoons for peanuts sake, and then you forget the rest, you dump the rest. So you find that you have inverted the pyramid upside down. And we end up looking like that, looking very healthy in quotes, with a big body. But actually, in reality, the body is extremely weak because the food that you're giving it lacks in so many things and has too much sugar, too much fat. And when you get a respiratory attack, then it becomes, and we saw it during COVID, people who had underlying conditions and had a very rough time with COVID-19, because you'd get mucus and the mucus would block. And for some people, it became fatal. I remember losing a friend who passed on because he suddenly developed high blood pressure. He had never had high blood pressure in his life, but he developed pressure immediately, got a lot of mucus, not even talk in his system, and he passed on. But that he was a bachelor for a very long time. And being a bachelor for a long time, I can only see the kind of diet he was eating, because definitely You would come in, no home late, eat a nyama choma, eat ugali and nyama choma and call it a day, eat some chips, you know, all the good foods in quote, which are actually junk foods. And all these food cause the body to have a lot of and that and what can we do? What can we do to turn this pyramid the right side up? Because definitely, if you want to have clear respiratory system free from allergies and asthmatic attacks, then we need to fix our diet to start with. But how do we do that? Since we are not eating right, Neolife said, why can't we provide these people with a solution? And they came up with the products, that actually do exactly that. They provide a solution to us. And in that screen, you actually see it's time to reverse the trends. These are predictions that had been made by World Health Organization that by 2020, out of every 4 deaths, 3 will have been caused by a lifestyle disease. And they listed the lifestyle diseases as heart disease, cancer, chronic. Already we are seeing it. Most of the people who are passing on because of the diseases that are actually on the screen and not the infectious diseases that were there before. And there we have Jerry Brasfield, the founder of Neolife, and his wife and his daughter. Jerry Brasfield put together with Dr. Arthur Fast, they put together what we call the scientific advisory board, and the Neolife has formulated and manufactured organic and natural products under the brains of people like Dr. Arthur Fast and the scientific advisory board, and they have produced products that actually help the body to deal with various challenges that the body may have. Now, Jerry had asthma at a very young age. The mom tried everything. It was not working. But when he encountered supplements and he used supplements, he was able to deal with, he saw a gap and he realized that we were suffering with lifestyle diseases. And he started doing it as a business to live a longer, healthier life. And that was the birth of Neolife International. And when we look at the products that we need to actually sort out our respiratory system and really sort out our health and our bodies at large, we have a product like TNN. TNN is an amazing product. It's made from whole grains. And what TNN simply does, it ensures that your cell membrane is healthy, nutrients are able to get in, waste is able to get out, you get a lot of energy. Now, if you're not lipids and sterols are found in the germ of wheat that's in, then you find that the cells become very tough and impermeable. Nutrients are not able to get in. The nutrients that get in, waste is not able to come out. And you start getting sick cells, yeah? And if these sick cells are in your lungs, then it means that you might end up having respiratory problems because of that. And that is why our company came up with TNN. And TNN optimizes cell membrane function, increases cellular energy production, and ensures that it actually feeds the cell and produces energy. And this is the first product that we recommend for everybody on the call, whether you are unwell or not. If you're unwell, then you need TNN. If you're healthy, you need TNN so that you can protect yourself from falling sick. Because if your cells start looking like this, they look tired and they're not functioning properly, it's only a matter of time before disease comes knocking your door. But if you take TNN, then you keep disease at bay because now your cells will be functioning properly. The next product that is important for you is carotenoid complex. Most respiratory problems and diseases are usually opportunistic in nature. So you find that when your immunity is struggling a little bit for various reasons, and our immunity does struggle a little bit especially when you expose yourself. Maybe you travel too much, you don't eat the right food, you are under a lot of stress, maybe at work or personal stress. Then you find that your immunity becomes impaired. And when your immunity is down, then opportunistic conditions like the cold, the flu, pneumonia, bronchitis, asthmatic attacks actually happen. So it is important to ensure that your immune is functioning properly, that your immune is high. And we have a product that can just do that for you. That is carotenoid complex, made from 18 different types of fresh fruits and vegetables. The complex for 20 days boosts your body immunity percent. So when you add 37%, then you're talking about 97% immunity, which means you actually protect yourself from getting disease to a great extent. Carotenoid complex also slows down the onset of lifestyle diseases, and it also slows down the aging process by 44%. If you want to look younger for longer, then you need to get some carotenoid complex, and I tell you, you will enjoy the product. Another product that is very critical is omega-3 salmon oil plus. Now, omega-3 is made from pure salmon oil from salmon fish. And the difference between our omega-3 and what is there in the market is that our omega-3 has all the 8 members of the omega-3 family. Now, you will find that most omega-3s out there will have maybe 1 or 2, and they will really make noise about that. But the truth of the matter is that when you eat salmon fish, you don't just get 1 member of this omega-3. You get the full spectrum, and that is why the body is only able to absorb 3 when it's the full. You find that people develop products with just 1, and you keep taking the product, it's not working because the body rejects. You see, the body is very intelligent. If you take a synthetic product, the body rejects more than 80% of that and absorbs 20%. If you take a natural product like our products, 80% is utilized by the body. So you get better results when you take our natural and organic products than taking things from the chemist out there that in some cases have synthetic material in them. So omega-3 is an amazing product. It lowers inflammation. And I can tell you this product enables asthmatics and people with respiratory problems to breathe freely without any problems. I saw it working on my wife, and the panting that is involved, you find that when you take omega-3, it actually lessens. Omega-3, when you take it for 60 days, it lowers inflammation by 68%. And when it lowers inflammation by 68%, it means that since disease is inflammation, then when you take omega-3 oils, you find that the inflammation goes down, and hence you're able to breathe properly. Now, there are some people who have put up their hands. Angao, I don't know whether there's an issue there that maybe you need to communicate. Can you hear me well, or is the screen moved? Lydia? Okay. So then we have a multivitamin and multimineral complex. This is important because you need essential vitamins and minerals in your body, which helps and aids various processes, including development of red blood cells in the body. So now, when you combine these products together, the 4 of them, the threonine, the omega-3 salmon, the carotenoid complex, and the multimineral product, then you get a product we call Pro Vitality Plus. And Pro Vitality Plus is actually a value pack. that forms a basis of health and nutrition and wellness as far as Neolife is concerned. When you take Pro-Vitality, it means that your pyramid is the right way up. Yeah. Now, let's look at some of the other products. But before we do that, let me just run through the benefits of Pro-Vitality, including abundant energy. It's a powerful antioxidant, lifelong heart health, optimal immunity, healthy brain, flexible and healthy joints, clear vision, youthful skin, and lifelong cellular health. Pro-Vitality is truly a power product that we have in your life. Now, let's look at some of the other targeted products that are good for asthma respiratory problems. When we start with herbal respiratory, the herbal, one of the things that happens, especially with asthma, is that the bacteria hides in the mucus that lies around the lungs, and that causes an attack. So when you take herbal respiratory, it helps you in expectorating the mucus, and you find that the lungs clear, and you start breathing freely. Now, this product also works for people who are smokers. I remember a gentleman who was given this and he started taking it. He had been a smoker for many years, and he started coughing out mucus which had soot in it. And it kept on clearing and clearing and clearing as he continued with the product. So herbal respiratory is just amazing. It helps to ensure that your cells your lungs are functioning properly. And it's one of the products that my wife used very, very effectively in combating her asthma. Then vitamin C is also very, very important. As you know, vitamin C is good for the normal functioning of the immune system. It also protects cells from oxidative damage. And it also helps in reduction of tiredness and fatigue and development of collagen, but it's also responsible for averting various respiratory problems. When you go to see a prescribed vitamins for you, because vitamin respiratory problems and also preventing them in the first place. Then you have a product we call Neolife Shake. Now, Neolife Shake is just amazing. Let me tell you, for any kind of allergy, whether we are talking about respiratory allergy, we are talking about allergy from food, from meat, from eggs, from whatever whatever kind of allergy somebody may be facing, Neolife Shake sorts it out like no other product. And for respiratory problems, and especially asthma, you find that when you take Neolife Shake, you get stability and you're able to actually live a normal life. I remember for my wife, this product actually worked very well in ensuring that she started eating ice cream, going out without sweaters, really normalizing her life and enjoying a good quality of life, a normal life, because of Neolife Shake. And when you take Neolife Shake, of course, it helps to give your body the white blood cell which fight disease and rebuilds the product that you really need. If you have anybody who has asthma or who keeps on getting respiratory problems, this is a product that they must have. It will make a distinct difference in their lives. Now, other products that we have which are targeted towards a healthy respiratory system include garlic helium complex. Now, garlic is a natural antibiotic, and our garlic helium is made from the vegetables which have a pungent smell. So we have the garlic, we have the onions, we have the leeks, we have the celery, basically the vegetables that have a scent. And they have something we call allicin, which is very important for helping the body to fight disease. So garlic has been proven to do great in the years. And garlic helium complex, when you take it, 1 tablet in the morning, 1 tablet in the evening, helps the body to fight bacteria, viruses, fungi, and the like. So it's an amazing product to actually invest in if you have respiratory challenges. Another product that is important is zinc. Zinc. And zinc has been known about cough syrups, is that all cough syrups have some zinc in it. Because zinc actually helps in boosting the immunity and is wonderful for respiratory challenges. So you need to get yourself some zinc to prevent you from getting respiratory problems. And if you already have them, then zinc will be able to help you fight back. And as you remember, during COVID-19, zinc and vitamin C came in highly recommended in helping to fight COVID-19. Then CoQ10, these are just an amazing, these are powerhouse of a product that ensures that your body's vital organs are functioning properly. Whether it's your brain, it's your lungs, it's your heart, it's your kidneys, it's your pancreas, whatever organs that we have. When you take CoQ10, it helps to normalize those organs. So now the body, and this is just an amazing product. I've seen this product work very well, even for my wife, where respiratory challenges are concerned. Then for children, what do you give children? For children, the program is, but now can be able to take tablets. Then you give them VitaGuard, VitaSquares, All C. That will do it, and the New Life Shake, that will do it. And you add there some herbal respiratory. Now, Liquivite actually combines VitaSquares, VitaGuard, and All C, and it's actually meant for infants who cannot be able to take tablets, or extremely old people who don't want to take tablets. You can give them Liquivite. But this program will help our children to have a healthy respiratory system. And for your kids, if you start them early, bound to have the disease as they grow older. Now, to fight respiratory problems, just about taking supplements, you also need to ensure that your environment is clean. And we have just the best products in your life that will ensure that your environment is clean, sparkling clean, and that you're able to kill any molds and any fungal infections that might be there, or any bacteria on the surface. And we recommend you use our Super 10, which is made from plants. It doesn't have ingredients, it doesn't have chemicals in it. And those chemicals that we get from the conventional cleaning products actually do trigger asthma and asthmatic attacks, and especially when you wash your clothes with soap which has chemicals, then that in itself can trigger asthmatic attacks. So we have Super 10 and LDC. These are detergents. LDC, you can wash your utensils with it, you can shower with it, wash your veggies with it, wash your meat with it. Just amazing, amazing product. Very, very economical. Super 10 can be your air freshener. You don't need to buy aerosols that have chemicals in them that affect the ozone layer and that even affect you as a person and trigger an attack. You can use Super 10 as an air freshener in your house, and you can mix it with your car, sports pants, and clothes and the like, or you can put it together with Super 10 and use it as a very effective air freshener. Smell is actually bacteria in the air when there's a bad smell. So you need to break down that smell. How do you break it down and kill those bacteria? Take your Super 10, mix it with care, spray it in the air. You clear that smell and you break down that bacteria, and you will protect your environment so that you don't develop respiratory problems. For washing your clothes, of course, use G1 Laundry. G1 Laundry is natural, is organic. You don't scrub your clothes, you just soak your clothes, give them 30 minutes, 1 hour, remove, rinse, hang. You don't scrub those clothes. For softening, of course, we have our Soft, which is also organic and natural with a nice, natural fragrance. So these are cleaning products that will help you. to ensure that the environment is clean and that you don't have pollen grains anywhere. You don't have bacteria floating around in the air. Even your carpet, if it has that pungent smell, mix it and spray it. We have carpet glow. You can spray it on the carpet or nail. That triggers, use our cleaning products, and they will ensure that your environment remains safe. And our products are 100% organic. On your screen, you can see the story. One time, there was a situation where there was an oil spill, and LDC was used to actually clean the penguins, and they were able to save more than 25,000 penguins because of using LDC to clean out the oil from their feathers. They tried other detergents, and the penguins would be clean, but they would die. But when they used LDC, then they were able to clean the penguins and they were able to fly away. So it's an amazing, amazing product, and it makes a big, big difference. Now, for showering, what should you shower with? Now, if you're using the normal soaps, then you run a risk of triggering respiratory attacks. But you can shower with our bath and shower gel. It's natural, organic. It has a very nice fragrance, and it will ensure that you don't get any kind of respiratory attacks. Then we also have aloe vera gel. This is a natural aloe vera. You can use it to moisturize your skin. You don't need to apply chemicals on your skin. Remember, we said chemicals actually contribute to respiratory problems. Then Neolife has so many other interventions, from bone and joint health, stress management, sharper mind, healthy heart, energy and fitness, digestive health, sugar, diabetes, men and women health, fertility issues, libido issues, hormonal imbalance, PMS, children's health. We have other interventions. We have other products that deal with various other aspects, not just respiratory health. And if you have somebody with any other challenge other than respiratory health, we do have a solution for that. So invest in your health. Your health is indeed your greatest wealth. If you don't take time to invest in your health, if you don't spend some money to protect yourself from disease, then you'll spend a lot more money in hospital later in life. So rather than go to that level, you'd rather protect yourself. We say prevention is better than cure. And as we finish this presentation today, I just want to mention that you can participate in Neolife in 3 ways. You can become a business builder, join Neolife and build a business. You can just be a consumer, buying directly from Neolife and saving some money, or you can become a distributor, a seller of the products. And whichever you decide to do is good enough for us. We are here for you. We are here to help you achieve whatever your dreams are. If you become a distributor, then there are many other benefits, including personal growth, leadership development, international travel. For example, today, as I speak here today, as I do this presentation, there are many members of Neolife who are gathered in Mauritius having a lifestyle event at the World Team Conference. And you can be part of that team that travels every year across the globe. And right now, I can tell you, we do have our member who is actually all the way in Mauritius. And in fact, let me see if I can raise her and see if I can be able to get her to just say a word to us and say hi before we have our guest speaker talking to us. Let me see if I can get this lady. She's one of the World Team members who is actually in Mauritius. And let me see whether she can say hi to us, and especially say hi to our women during Mother's Day. So, Grace, are you there?
Yes, Fred, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I can see you.
Okay, good afternoon. This is Grace Ngatia from Mauritius. I'm talking to you from Mauritius. I'm trying to see if you can see the background. I'm actually talking to you from the hotel where New Life has reserved for me. We're just about to go for dinner. I am so excited because 14 years ago, when I said yes to a total stranger who met me where I was working as an accountant, I was earning 8,000 Kenya shillings, struggling. I remember we had not paid rent for 8 months. We had borrowed food from 2 kiosks. Things were really tight. And I said yes to this great opportunity. And let me tell you, life is a song in your life. I started small. They trained me. I learned everything. And today life has totally changed. We are in a very great hotel. It's called Revanella Hotel. It's one hotel that has 8 different hotels in it. And every night you're told to choose which hotel you're going to have your dinner. And for those who love drinking and having fun, we have something on our hands, everything inclusive. Let me tell you, people here are having lots of fun. It's eating, drinking, having fun. The swimming pools are so much. This is just the place to be. If you're there and you would want to make money, if you're there, you would love to have lifestyle. If you're there, you would want to have international friends. This is the place to be. I can assure you that if you make up the decision to start, you're not going to regret. It's a fantastic opportunity. We have learned a lot, mingled with a lot of people who are making a change in this world, and it is possible for everyone. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. We have so many mothers here who have decided to take hold of their lives, changing lives, making money, having fun. And if you're there and you're a woman, you're wondering, am I really worth it? Can I really do it? Can I make my own money? Can I travel? Can I take my husband for holiday? Can I take myself for holiday? I am here to tell you, yes, it is possible. And in your life, got you covered. You can do it. Excited, courtesy of Fred, who has really been of help to me and my team. He has supported me. I met him in this business, and he promised me that we can travel together. And guess what? If you make up the decision today, this great evening, and you start this journey, you can be with us next year in Cape Town in South Africa. That's our next vacation, and you can also be there. I've been in Cape Town 2 times. This is going to be my 3rd time to be in Cape Town. If Grace has made it, I believe that you can also make it. See you guys. I'm just enjoying. I am now going to prepare for my dinner. The rest of my friends are already down. We are supposed to meet exactly at 7. It is 10 minutes to 7 here in Mauritius. Thank you, guys. I love you all, and I'm just presenting possibility with this great opportunity. God bless you, and thank you so much, Fred.
Wow, wow, wow. Thank you so much, Grace, for taking time to talk to us. We truly appreciate that. Guys, you can see it, it's happening, and it can happen to you. So now, without further ado, I want to invite Jennifer Kamanjiri, who was our speaker for the day, to just come in and tell us a little bit about her journey as far as respiratory health and is concerned. Karibu.
Thank you so much, friend. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Karibu.
Wow, wow, wow. Thank you so much, friend. Thank you so much, Grace, all the way from Mauritius. I'm happy to share this platform with you, and I'm so grateful. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. My name is Jennifer, darling from Kenya. Nairobi, Kenya. I'm so much excited for the opportunity. I'm a marketer and licensed training, and I joined through a total stranger here in Nairobi. A person approached me to use the product. He didn't know that I had a problem, but he continued to share the product with me. And I'm so, so grateful to him wherever he is, because he didn't know that I'm using inhaler. I had an asthma. We are born in a family of asthmatic, and it was so bad since I was so young. I've not enjoyed so much time in my school. You know, when you have such a condition, you cannot enjoy some of the things like sport. You cannot enjoy some of things like, you know, praying outside with kids and so many things. But when this person shared about the product, I didn't understand much about it because I was not told that there's supplement to use when you are sick. And nobody told me that there's something that you can use apart from medicine. So I took some times, I was very skeptical somehow, but I as long as I said, what do I lose by using the product? So I approached him again and I said, let me try. I started using the product. And let me tell you guys, few months down the line, I was so much excited. I was one person who was using inhalers. Can you imagine having inhaler in my bag? And I'm telling you, it was not exciting. So I tried, let me use the product. And let me tell you, as Fred has said, the products are amazing. And these are the products that Fred has shared. These are the products that I used. Yeah. I started using respiratory. I started using vitamin C. I started using Garicarium. I used all the products that I could use, because it was very not exciting to be inhaler every now and then, to go in for my clinic. It was not exciting. So I started using the product, and 1 month down the line, 2 months down the line, I realized that I'm not having attack. Sometimes I could even forget to move my bag. You know how the ladies exchange the bag. This week you're carrying this bag, the next year. Sometimes I could forget to pack my inhaler. And I realized that few months down the line, I was not getting an attack. And I was so much excited. Yeah. But I used to go to my clinic as normal. At one point, the doctor told me, Jennifer, I think you are improving. You don't need an inhaler. And I was so much excited. Yeah. So what I want to tell you guys, the products are amazing. And what I did is to go out, to go to our families, our aunts, our uncles who had asthma at the same time, and recommended the product to them. And let me tell you, to work wonders. Yeah. I also got a baby who had a respiratory issue. Yeah. And I think I remember when I get him, when I got the baby, I was told that the baby has developed respiratory issues. And I was asking the doctor, what to do? What will I do? What will happen? He told me that I must get used to stay with that condition. I can only control it. And asking how do I control it? I warm in the house, pets, I keep sprays and so many, but all those conditions, I am one person who likes sprays and perfumes. So I couldn't align with the conditions. And what I did a few months ago down the line, I started putting him in the program, that is kids program. And let me tell you, my baby now is 7 years, very healthy. He has never gotten an asthma attack. Yeah, and I'm so much excited about it. So as a family, we are very grateful for this Neolife product. I'm so happy. I've benefited a lot out of the product. And what I did is I shared with everyone I meet on the way about the product, and that become a fulfillment in my life. I feel so good. And let me tell you, the people used to go with them in the clinic, the people who used to have the same, when you have a problem, you have a circle of friends who have the same problem. And that's what was happening. So I went to them and I shared with them. And the good thing about it, I've been able to help so many of them. I can count them and see so many people, because people give referrals, people call them, refer this, and I'm so much excited. I feel that I'm fulfilling. And let me tell you, I can only thank God for Neolife, for coming on my way. And I remember sometimes I used to go for clinic, and then you get to the line, those clinics, sometimes you go like, when a mother is going for a pregnancy clinic, you are used to the people, you usually get them there. So this clinic is all the same. You go and get the same people. And sometimes you could go there and ask the doctor how is so-and-so is doing. And he could tell you that so-and-so died because of the same issue. So it was very scary. But thank God, because I never thought twice about using the product. Yeah, so the product are amazing. I've benefited from the product. And then I was told that when you come to Neolife, you come for one reason, but you benefit with other reasons. And this has talked about lifestyle. Yeah. So I heard that you can also make money. And I sat down. I asked, how can I make money in this opportunity? Having been working and getting used to salary and being a profession, somehow it was not adding up. But I said again, if the product has worked for me, even the making money part of it, I can do it. And I went out, I shared with the opportunity with so many people. And today I'm so excited that I tried the product. The product brought the business to me. And now I'm so much excited. So guys, let's embrace the product. Confidence, because I've used and they have worked for and they reign everywhere. I couldn't imagine that I can walk out without having even a pullover, without even having, something covered my chest, because of courtesy of this product. And up to date, herbal respiratory is still my friend. I still use it because I need it. So thank you so much, Fred, for your time. I've really enjoyed talking to everyone. And my part in short is, let's go out and touch so many people with the challenges, especially the respiratory issues. They are all over. Every home, every village, there's one person who have that problem, respiratory problem. And let me tell you guys, we can touch so many people if we can. Thank you so much, Fred, and I'm back to you. Great. Fred, you can take it up. Fred, you can take it up. Fred, you can take it up. Fred, can you hear me? Okay, sorry guys, we can't get hold of Fred. Thank you so much for being on this call. If you want to know more about our business, how we do business, kindly join us tomorrow at 8 p.m. with Pascal Olo. Thank you so much and have a lovely week. God bless.